Hey guys, what is up and welcome to today's video. Today I'm taking y'all with us to Calistoga, California, where my husband and I spent our 5-year wedding anniversary. We thought we would hit up wine country and see if wine country is for us. So as you can see, we are going north of Golden Gate Bridge, and Rich packed us some sandwiches because our first stop is wine country, meaning we are going to be doing some wine tasting and we wanted to have some food in our bellies before we do that. You always know when you're going north when you see a lot of trees happening, and then I always pass this one bridge or this one underpass when I know I am closer to California, which is coming up right now. Calistoga, California is also known for their petrified forest, so it's giving Petrificus totalis, y'all. Alright, so we made it to Castillo de Amorosa where we did our wine tasting. This is a castle that was built by the owners of Visitui Winery as well, and they immigrated from Italy and built themselves pretty much a mini castle. I will leave information down below if you're interested in learning more about this winery. But their wines you can't buy them anywhere besides this place, so it's really special. So we have admission tickets because you can only get in with admission. It is about $60 per person to do a tour and a wine tasting, and we also ended up getting a charcuterie boards as well. But I just wanted to show you a little bit of the inside. Actually, you do your wine tasting first and then you do the self-tour afterwards, and I didn't know that, so we ended up going into their great hall and looking around before someone told us, hey, you guys need to go do the wine taste first, as we need to make sure the timetable stays the same. So we ended up going downstairs and doing the wine tasting. We tried 10 different wines as we ended up sharing a bunch of glasses, so it was actually a really good value. And we also got a charcuterie board, like I mentioned. The wine tasting happens downstairs in the cellar, but you can also do wine tasting in the Great Hall or out in the courtyard. But it was 95 degrees today, so we ended up doing it in the cellar. Then we ended up actually buying a couple of bottles and going through the store and kind of just looking around. Alright, so now we went ahead and explored the grounds. For our particular tour, there were about 3 or 4 areas that we could explore on our own. There were areas that were also blocked off. It was a more expensive tour to see those areas, but honestly, this was enough. I love the Italian architecture of this place. I was thriving. If y'all don't know, I'm a big fan of Assassin's Creed, the Ezio collection, so that happens all in Italy, and you're pretty much jumping from roof to roof. So the whole time I'm just making these like jokes about being an assassino, and as you can see, those roofs are awesome to do leap of faiths from. So anywhoodles, we went downstairs and we looked at a few more things. We ended up going into the chapel, which this mural I was not a fan of, but y'all need to see it because it was pretty wild. They also had some animals on the grounds as well. They had some chickens as well as some goats. So it was nice to see that little bit of life. And actually a chicken escaped and it was just hanging out, which was kind of funny. Alright, then afterwards we finally made it to our stay. We stayed at the Roman Spa. This is a spa that has thermal water because it is built above a bunch of like different springs that are very sulfuric and good for your skin. We ended up staying in the Superior Suite because it was our 5-year wedding anniversary, and it came with a jacuzzi tub and double sinks and a huge shower and a really beautiful California king bed. Also a fireplace, so it was pretty snazzy. And of course, I just have to show y'all my outfit. I got the dress from Amazon and the shoes are from Shein. After we put everything down, we went ahead and went to Calmart, where I used to go as a kid, and we got some sandwiches to have for dinner as well as some charcuterie items because the hotel actually offered like a cute little charcuterie board set, so we decided to use it. Really quickly though, I also wanted to let you know that we did massages as well that day at Roman Spa. I don't completely say do it, but it was really good and we enjoyed it nonetheless. It just wasn't as fancy as we thought it was going to be. Anyways, here are the pools. These are all thermal pools. They're all sulfuric pools. They're all like 90 degrees. So they tell you kind of how to do the pools there. So first you do the like warm pool, then you do the hot pool, then you do the jacuzzi. And then later on that night, we ended up doing the charcuterie board and trying out the jacuzzi. I could only stay in there for like literally 5-10 minutes. It was so hot because of this natural spring water. It was like 180 degrees. So your girl was out and eating her charcuterie board. All right, the next morning, I ended up leaving the room early and we had a little balcony situation. So I grabbed a book, grabbed some epic music from my epic music playlist and some coffee and read a little bit. After that, we got dressed, got ready to go, and went to go walk around the little Lincoln Avenue, which is their little downtown. We went to Sam's General for coffee and a little bite. And I ended up getting a lavender latte. Anytime I see lavender latte on the menu, y'all, I'll grab it. It's my favorite thing ever. And I also ended up getting a little avocado toast, and Rich got an empanada. As I mentioned, then we started walking around, kind of checking everything out. It was actually kind of sad how many things were closed. Calistoga used to be booming, and a lot of things have closed down years ago and never really reopened, but their bookstore is still open. So I went in there and I wanted to check out what's what in there. You know what I mean? They had a really cute Halloween section that I was obsessed with. Look at that little Jack. Nightmare Before Christmas, Pumpkin Spice, all the books. Then I just kind of looked around their basic section. I was, it's so hard for me to go to bookstores because I just get all my stuff on Libby and Kindle Unlimited at this point. After that, we drove to Santa Rosa, where we went to our favorite place to hang out in, and that is Russian River Brewing Company. It's a restaurant and a brewery, obviously, and well, they're known for the brewery and they have food. So these are all the beers that they have. We always like to stop there when we're north, especially if we're around Santa Rosa. So we had a really good time. We ordered our normal stuff, which was a couple beers. Sometimes we get flights, but this time we just grabbed single beers. We had a pizza and their little like garlic bread things, which were really good. Then we ended up going back home. We left around like 1:30 or 2. It's about a 2-hour drive from our place, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I like putting these little videos in from time to time other than my reselling content. Let me know if you guys want more of these because I like it.